Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. I have the distinguished honor and the distinguished pleasure of interviewing one of the best entrepreneurs to come out of the Washington, D.C. metropolitan, Maryland, North Virginia area.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful Crystal Simpson. How you doing today, young lady?
I am wonderfully blessed. Thank you so very much for having me on. It is a great honor and it is my pleasure to be on and to talk with you this evening. Thank you so much for thinking this much of me to include me in your awesome and amazing adventures.
Oh, no problem at all. And like I said, you and your travel team, you guys kind of keep me inspired. That's why I always share your posts, because you guys have all this great positive energy, and especially,
Thank you.
in this area, that's very hard to find. Here, genuine energy, and it's not only you guys just want to have fun and travel, but you want to help others become entrepreneurs all at the same time, so that they can enjoy the fruits of their labor, just like you guys are.
Yes, sir. Absolutely right. Yes.
First question is, how long have you been in the travel industry?
Reality travel celebrated 3 years of business in the first part of February 3rd, you guys.
Right.
Reality travel celebrated 3 years of some amazing trials, tribulations, ups, downs, but we are celebrating. We just celebrated 3 years. We're so excited to see what 4 years is going to hold in store for us. So I'm excited. But yes, 3 years I have been in business.
Beautiful, beautiful. And how does it feel like it's been 3 years thus far, or what?
It has not. It has not at all. Seems like I got started and I'm still getting started every day. It seems like there's so much new information, new things that come to us, and I'm just like, okay, revamp. You know what I mean? But hey, it's been 3 years, documented 3 years.
All right, knock on wood. God bless you.
Thank you.
So please tell me, why did you decide to become an entrepreneur in the travel industry?
Travel is something that I always wanted to do. I don't come from a family of military, mother, father, things like that. Standard mother, father, of course, they're in the government, but travel was never a thing for us. If we did travel, it was one state up, one state down, one state over, boom, we're done. With having kids and also having a granddaughter, I always wanted to show them something a little different. I read the magazines, I see the pictures, I want to go to the islands. Everybody has those dreams, but one day I was just like, it's time to stop wishing and it's time to make it happen. And the only way I knew that I was going to be able to make it happen was to have some type of hand in travel, whether I worked for someone who had their own travel business or if I was in some type of industry that allowed us to travel. And so boom, there it is. My spice and my desire to travel became like, okay, what do I do next? What do I do next? And it just so happens, my cousin introduced me to this opportunity. And I have to be honest, I thought too long. I wasted too much time thinking when I could have just jumped on board, stepped out on faith, and could have been traveling like that. But nevertheless, I decided to leap. I jumped in it, and I have not stopped since.
And that's what I'm talking about, moving forward, doing what you want to do. And it seems like you guys are having a great time, because obviously you're having events, you're engaging people on the internet and in person, which is a rarity nowadays. And it just seems like you're changing people's lives all at the same time as well, right?
That is absolutely correct. I mean, coming from the background that I have, with a record, you always think that your life is over, you can't do anything. And then also you feel that because we are, connected to our circumstances and our color of skin, that we're limited. And that's not true. Right. So I'm here to help people break the stereotypes of, that mentality of thinking. I didn't have to have a whole lot of certifications and education behind me in the travel industry to get started in my business. That was the thing that was like, oh, wait a minute. So you mean I can learn and earn at the same time? What am I waiting for, right? There was nothing stopping me after that.
Talk about a win-win situation.
Of course.
What great value does your travel company bring to you and potentially to others currently or in the future?
To myself, it gives me a value of worth. It gives me a value of youthfulness. not only to myself, but to my family, because I'm able to provide those things that I've always wanted for myself, the things that I desired growing up. I get to show them and be a physical living, advertisement for them when I'm always telling them, oh, you need to invest. Oh, you need to do this. Well, instead of all the talking, I get to just show them.
All right.
I become, they get to witness me doing exactly what I've been hounding on them for years to do. My kids are growner, but
Okay.
a youthfulness and a worth personally to me. Now, to my clients, on the other hand, is more, I get to show my value of ethics, my value of morals, my principles, and in return, they give me a deep appraised appreciation, and that is a feeling that cost could never return.
I couldn't agree with you more on that. And the way that I hear you talk about it, you speak with such passion. And obviously, when you're doing something and you're passionate about it, they always say you don't work a day in your life, correct?
I have fun. This is all fun to me. As you can see, like you said, you see me posting and things like that. And it's fun when me and my partners can get together and we're talking about, oh, did you find this travel? Oh, did you see this? And it's like, let's take our kids. And, we get to just include each other. And it's like, oh, we're getting ready to go here. And, we're all so excited that we're able to do this as a family.
Yes.
Never from the beginning have we ever been in competition with each other. There's just way too much business, way too much money out here to be made. I'm an individual business owner, just as well as my sisters in business and my brothers in business are. And there's no competition between us. We're here to build with each other because we're building the foundation, not only for ourselves in our business, but, for each other.
Amen.
That's what makes the company stand apart from others, when you can do it as a unit and not an individual.
Amen to that. Group economics.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Let's bring us to segues into the next question. Where do you see the future of the travel industry going, with so many online platforms and whatnot?
The travel industry in its past years have only increased, never to decrease. And if you think about it, because the world is still a world at a whole, even with the stipulations and the restrictions of travel is still going to happen. One way or another. We find loopholes. If you can't fly, you'll ride a train or a bus. And that's still things that, you can use a travel agent for. So in the near future, I can only imagine that the industry cost per year to increase as it has been. Right now, travel is an $8 trillion a year industry.
Wow.
Yeah, and projected to be 10 to 15 within the next 5 years. So when it hits that, I just want to be a part. Can I still be a part? I just want to be a part.
I know that's right. Absolutely.
I just want to be a part.
I love that. I love that. And, especially nowadays, would you have more people wanting to see the world and go outside communities and, not just look at their same 4 blocks every single day. I mean, how about you? Are you from this area?
I was born in Greenville, North Carolina. I was raised here in Virginia, in between Alexandria and Montclair.
Okay.
So I guess I can say I'm from this area.
Okay, because a lot of times, I was born here and raised here. I mean, I got family in North Carolina, so I got some talk in my family as well. But a lot of times I have people that are from multiple parts of Virginia and they just never wanted to see anywhere outside of their area. And scared to jump outside of their comfort zone. But I've always been the one that wants to travel and go see other places and do other things. I mean, heck, next year I'm looking forward to leaving the United States for the first time since I was. So, and I think with the industry that you guys are in, I could see it growing more and more because more people want to see the world. They want to see, I mean, especially even us as Black people, a lot of us are getting more connected with our African roots. So it's like, I just see it growing, just like you stated. I didn't realize it was over $1 trillion industry. So obviously it's just going to flourish from there.
It most definitely is. And I can totally agree with you when you say that people have become very comfortable with their current surroundings because they've become very content. They've become very satisfied and living life in their current situation. And then also you have to look at our community where when we feel like we catch records, we can't go anywhere.
True.
We're denied automatically, and that's not true. You just have to find the right way to travel.
Absolutely.
You're not limited to your state, your county, your state, your United States. You can leave, you can explore, but again, you have to find that right avenue. And your first option should always be to connect with a travel agent that knows what they're talking about, that knows the business, that can show you and lead you in the right direction. Even if you don't book with them, at least you know the information, but get the information so that we're not just stuck here. I did not want to be stuck, but yeah.
I know that's right. This segues into the next question.
Okay.
What success and any additional profits from your business do you plan to purchase assets such as real estate, stocks, bonds, et cetera, maybe gold packages, things of that nature, to expand your company's brand?
I have started dibbling and dabbling into stock already.
Nice.
I've started that in stock, and I've also leading my children into learning as I learn, so that smaller stock options that they're able to take advantage of as well. We are looking to branch off into the real estate industry. Yes.
I like that.
The first one, of course, will be buying our own home. Not here in Virginia. Sorry.
Nothing wrong with that. You see me, I buy in Pennsylvania when it comes to real estate investments. So.
Yeah. And then we're also going to be investing in other business MLM opportunities, as well as education for special needs children. So it's got a lot going on. I just have to put it in order to see, where's what. But of course. That is our plan. We've written our 5-year plan out, and in those 5 years, it's home, stocks, businesses, and education.
Beautiful. See, that's what I'm talking about. And you're not trying to do it all at one.
No.
And you're not trying to be the jack of all trades and the master of none. You're trying to master one at a time. I think that's supposed to be.
They deserve attention and proper attention, and within 6 months, that's not enough time. Exactly. I need that trial and error period to straighten out the correct matters and things of that nature. And then once it begins to flourish, then I'll move on to the next.
There you go. And that's what it's all about. I'm learning that as well. So just keep up the good work. Why do you think there's so many people are becoming entrepreneurs nowadays?
They're realizing it's a necessity.
Yes.
It definitely is a necessity now. I mean, as we begin to educate people on working income, and then the bills of the house, and you teach them and show them that it's necessary for you to have one stream of income per bill in your home. So if you own a vehicle, you should have a stream of income to handle the payment for that vehicle alone, the payment and the insurance. You have your lights, the waters. You should have a stream to handle the utilities of the home. And this will give you a satisfaction of not feeling that you're working that 40 and coming out with a zero. Because that just doesn't add up. But it's hard to teach that, because that wasn't something that was taught to us in school. That's not something that we pass down in conversation to our offspring, to our children, to our family. But a lot of people are starting to see the benefits and finding it very necessary in order to live a life beyond the poverty level.
Yes. It's all about, at the end of the day, legacy.
Yes.
Leaving legacy behind, because if we don't do that, you're going to have more and more people, us being gentrified from more parts of the United States, if we do not become economic superstars in a sense.
We don't want our children to continue the legacy of debt, right? Who in the world wants that for their child?
Exactly.
At
least if they're going to have debt, at least have good debt to where it's paying you back something.
Something, great.
All right, so this leads into the next question. What do you think is the future for those out there that do not choose to have some sort of side hustle or some sort of a business?
I honestly feel that they will become very content and satisfied being stuck in the cycle of prostituting their value and their talents for profit of employment.
I couldn't agree with you.
That is a form of prostitution, if we can be honest about it.
Absolutely.
We continue to build empires and corporations and businesses for others, and it doesn't benefit us the same when our title is employee versus CEO.
Bingo. Bingo. It's like one of my favorite YouTubers said, and he has degrees. He used to have a career in academia, and he said, and I quote, I can't pass my degrees down to my children, but I can house and my businesses down to my children.
That's right.
You know, and it kind of leads into the next question. Do you now, or do you plan on in the future, opening an account with a Black bank of any sort?
Yes. I have been introduced here recently to a group of women who have actually listed my business, Reality Travels, in the Virginia Black-owned business directory.
Very nice.
In that directory, there are a lot of different companies, corporations, businesses, banks, and things of that nature where we've come together. I've just recently started networking with them. And one of the things that we did discuss was the finances and then, you know, the supporting of Black-owned banks. So I'm like, oh, well, I need to get into that, you know?
Your account as soon as possible. I'm with
yes.
that One United is the biggest one. We have a local one. It's called Industrial. That's in this area, based in DC and Prince George's County. So yeah, definitely. I had a poem. No, I'm sorry. I had a saying on Facebook the other day. Who you spend your money with and who you bank with holds more power than who you vote for.
Exactly.
And I think
God knows they do.
I think we just need to get back to those basics, you know, by buying from each other, banking with each other, you know. Yeah, we're doing business with everybody else, absolutely, but, you know, still supporting one another all at the same time.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. So that's the interview. We got through this pretty quickly.
Oh, wow.
That's basically the interview. I mean, I only have one more question. It's a pretty long one, but yeah, it's like we got through this pretty quickly. It wasn't even an interview.
I wasn't talking enough.
I noticed that you guys are doing a great job of bringing people together as entrepreneurs, especially within the Northern Virginia area. So much credit on that one.
Thank you.
See your business expanding as far as more from a physical aspect compared to an online aspect, i.e., maybe leasing an office or something to that effect, partnering up with another business that promotes events or something to that effect. I mean, you know, great example, like my mother's into the Zumba, teaching Zumba, and she goes to Zumba events, and a lot of times they have, it's called Hips Fitness. They have travel people there from various other travel organizations that present brand and things of that nature.
At this moment, we're really trying to branch out physically in our area.
Okay.
For most of us who grew up in this area, a lot of us are still in this area. So we have a lot of people in mind that we want to go and reach back out to and reach around to give them this important information to show them. You know how you have that one friend that was in high school and you're just like, sis, I see you in this. I see you doing this. So that just gives us the opportunity to kind of to blossom here physically first. As far as us being connected with people across the world, we have those all the time. And that creates a online relationship. And then we have our random meets once or twice a year. To me, the more physical, local branding and being able to connect with people locally, I feel that's where we're definitely going to blossom further first.
Absolutely.
You know, being able to connect and being able to, you know, branch out and then being able to come back to each other for support, being able to come back to each other locally. That takes a lot of excuses away from businesses not being able to prosper, or if there are issues or problems, them not being able to handle. If we have a whole lot of connection locally, there's nothing and no reason for you to be able to call up, if not myself, one of the others, and get the information that you need to keep the momentum going. We are each other's support system. We're each other's accountability partner. And it works better when I can put my hands on you, but not literally put my hands on you. But if we could just meet up and draw from each other, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because that's one thing technology can never replace is
Exactly.
connection, you know?
Yeah.
Connection. So I couldn't
It's
agree.
personal.
Exactly. And build real relationships, you know? It's like technology as much as the next person, but I like to build real relationships, especially business relationships with people, so that we can move forward and support one another, because we all have our hard days and bad days. There might be something you know that I don't know, and vice versa.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's how we really, you know, community in a sense.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build a community of entrepreneurs through networking, through marketing with each other, supporting each other, and keeping each other accountable for the things that we've said out of our mouth that we want for ourselves and for our family. I want more time freedom. I'm going to hold you accountable for that. I want more financial freedom. I'm going to hold you accountable for that. You know, I can tell you anything if you're across the world, but if I have to see you every week, you're going to be able to see it.
No, that's right.
You know?
All right. Well, this concludes our interview. Thank you again for doing this. I really appreciate it, because I know you have a busy schedule. Please give your contact information for anybody that wants to join your team or become a part of it.
Yes, thank you so very much for allowing me this moment with you. I really enjoyed myself. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Crystal Brown Simpson of Reality Travels. You guys can contact me at 540-441-4370. If you happen to be on social media, my Facebook hashtag is Reality Travels. Come on and go with me. You can also find me on Instagram at CB Simp, and that's the letter C, the letter B, S as in Sam, IMP _reality travels. My email address is always open, realitytravels101@gmail.com, and I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you. Again, Larry, thank you so very much for this conversation this evening. I am truly, truly excited for what will happen for both you and I.
Absolutely. And I definitely need to link up with you guys one day when you guys have your travel socials. So
you are more than welcome to come.
No problem at all. I appreciate that. I will tag you on Facebook after I upload the video. Sure. It should be on there within the next 15 minutes. All right.
I'll be looking forward, and I will share it. Again, thank you. And you have a great night.
You as well. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you.